Have confidence, greatest superpower in the entire world. When you don't, you're at a disadvantage. It's harder to get the results you're looking for. And today I want to give you a super simple way to build confidence. So first and foremost, I want to define it as simple as possible. So the way I define confidence is essentially the faith I have in the promises I make to myself. That's how I view it. And to exemplify it, we'll do this. If I say, Nate, I'm gonna wake up at 6 a.m., I'm gonna go to the gym, and I'm gonna drink a gallon of water tomorrow. And I wake up at 10 a.m., I don't go to the gym, and I don't drink a gallon of water, that confidence goes down because I have less faith, less belief in my own promises that I make to myself. That is how I define it. And the reason, if you struggle with confidence right now, it's probably because essentially you lie to yourself. You don't follow through, you don't deliver on promises you make. Whatever it may be, if it's go to the gym, if it's post content, if it's apply to jobs, if it's do 100 outbound calls, if it's whatever it is, like controllable things, and you don't follow through, that's gonna hurt your confidence. So how can we improve it? That's the question, right? That's why we're here. So the number one way I found to do it in the most simple manner is to literally get a piece of freaking paper. Get a piece of paper. If you're serious about building confidence, you can grab a piece of paper and then write a line straight down the middle. And now we have two sides here. We got a T-chart, right? And on this side, all we're gonna do is write actions that make us feel less confident. Whether it's eating poorly, whether it's waking up at past X time, it's going to bed past X time, whether it's skipping the gym, whether it's going out to eat, eating fast food, whatever it is, like stack up actions that don't make you feel good after you do them. You feel less confident, you feel less self-assured. And on the flip side, write things that fill you with confidence, right? You feel better about yourself. Whether it's go to the gym, whether it's drink X amount of water, it's wake up at X time, it's go to bed at X time, it's sauna, it's the cold plunge, it's the cold shower, it's X amount of outbound calls, whatever it is, stack this up. And here's the important thing to know. So a great book that I think you should read, it's Atomic Habits by James Clear. And it talks about every single action we do forms the way we perceive ourselves. It forms our identity, right? So based on that, you need to realize that each of these actions, whatever side they're on, they cast a vote for how you view yourself. So the standard here is, hey, how can we remove all of these, or as many as possible, and how can we do as many of these? And I want to give you a simple way to do so. So to build good habits and to remove bad ones, you can make it easier than it is. For instance, if you have a problem with scrolling through social media, delete social media. If you have a problem with getting out of bed, take your phone, move it across the room. The alarm goes off. You have to get out of bed to walk over to your phone. And then by your phone, you can set a gallon of water so you just drink right when you wake up. If you haven't read that book, it's a phenomenal book to like get you back on track, get you back on the saddle, so to speak. So make bad habits harder. Make them harder to do, right? And make the good ones easier to do. It's simple. Like there's a great friend I used to follow, and he played the Nintendo Switch, and the only time he could ever do it was when he was on his bike. He had like a stationary bike, and then he would go on his Switch at that time. That's the only time he could do it. So he reward the good habits. And it's the same way. Like find a way to implement these things into your day-to-day that make it easier to do the good stuff and make it harder to do the bad stuff. And the final step of all of this is to recognize it. This is where so many people fall short. It's recognition. And if you don't journal, I think you should. But the concept of it is before your head hits the pillow at night, write down what are some wins? What did you do right today? There is something. I promise you, sometimes literally a win is not losing. Stupid as that sounds. But if you woke up early, give yourself a pat on the back for it. You drank water like X amount, a gallon like you were supposed to, good. You went to the gym, you did your cold plunge, your sauna, your cold shower. You meditated, you did your quota, whatever it is, anything, just write it down and recognize it. And when you stack that up over a long enough time horizon, that confidence starts to build. And the reason why I like this more than anything else is it goes back to what Hormozi says. Confidence does not come from shouting affirmations in the mirror. I've tried it. Trust me, I have tried it. It comes from undeniable proof that you are exactly what you say you are. And you have that proof because you know what builds confidence, you recognize it, and now you have a resume to prove it. And I promise, if you do those things, sooner rather than later, confidence will start to build, but it won't happen overnight because great things take time. So, as always, stay focused, stay on it, and I'll see you later.